Yep, so we're all about the tool man here. Yep, all about money, all about the tool, money, 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 money. Gotta have more, right? High impact flicks, high impact of sleep. Yep. See, he posted this up about 7 hours ago. He gave the name of the title, "This is not good at all. Their numbers are increasing." Well, of course the numbers are increasing is stupid and dumb. You expect it to be any different? Because people are scared of the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. No. They want to hear what they want to hear. Yeah. It's got to be sugar coated and sweetened up, and yeah. And it can't offend them because they'd have to run for a safe place because they're in the land of the cowards. I mean, the brave. Yep. But anyhow, we'll go on here because I got a few things I want to say about this crock of hogwash.
The first step in reforming this country's gun laws? Some activists say that they certainly will. The organization March for Our Lives today, rolling out a new initiative to
March for your lives? Well, they didn't. They marched for their own enslavement. Such a joke. Marching for their lives. They're marching for their own enslavement is what they're doing. But you can't fix stupid, can you?
cut gun violence in this country and cut it dramatically. The group, of course, was founded.
There's hardly any gun violence in this country. Real gun violence, that is.
In the wake of that February.
But if I want to see gun violence, all I got to do is follow the U.S. military. If I'd follow the U.S. military, I could find all kinds of real gun violence. Yeah, instead of fraudulent gun violence, all I got to do is follow the U.S. military.
2018 mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida.
Oh, yes, that one. That FEMA exercise drill that was scheduled months and months and months ahead of the actual date for the exact same address and location on the date the exercise happened. When there just happened to be military and law enforcement at school for the exercise, and the students just happened to know there was a drill that day, and so right in the middle of law enforcement and military being in the school and at the school for a drill, some clown walked in and walked right by them all, yep, and went and pretended to shoot a bunch of people. It's all about the tool, like the guy who's making this video. All about the money. All about money, yep. Making yourself rich off the tool while you enslave yourself. So anyhow, let's go on.
17 students and staff members were killed in that.
17 mannequins died in that awful attack. Yep. 17 plastic mannequins. Yep. Got some hose pounded in them with a hammer. Yep. It was an awful attack. Yep. On 17 mannequins.
That attack. The group's first effort marches in Washington and across the country and around the world, in fact, on March 24th.
Wow, when you had a million-man march on Washington, you wouldn't show this footage. But when you got, well, millions of stupid marching for the repeat of history, marching for their own enslavement, well, yeah, you're willing to do that. I mean, after all, we know that guns load themselves and float through the air with the greatest of ease and point themselves. We know guns are very dangerous in the hands of thin air. Yeah.
Of that year, brought out more than 1 million people to demand action on gun reform.
Right, to demand action, yeah, to demand action against military FEMA exercise drills, fraudulent events, things that never really happened, because everybody's after the tool. This guy right here, High Impact Flicks, he always starts off with his advertisements and trying to say stuff for the tool in his pocket and the tool in his pocket, and that's all it's about to him. You've even heard him say, you don't know how much longer you can do this if you don't get paid for it. I don't know how much longer I can tell you the truth if somebody don't give me some tool. I need some money. I mean, it takes time to do this stuff.
With us, two co-founders of the March for Our Lives movement, David.
With us, two crisis actors who are also loving it because they got paid the tool and they studied their script. Now they're going to read their script to you. It's a happy moment. See the face. We love collecting money.
Hogg and Tia Roberts, both students at Douglas High School.
Both crisis actors. Yep. Willing to collect some tool to lie to you. Because after all, lying is normal, right? We've passed it. It's legal. It's legal to lie to you on TV. It sure is. We gave lying a nice fancy name. We call it propaganda. Yeah. And we pay you to lie to them. Yeah. And then you believe the lie and you fall for it hook, line, and sinker like a fish that bit into the hook.
Both survivors of that 2018
That wasn't hard to survive. Anybody could have survived that fraudulent shooting where nobody got shot because there was nobody killed.
Shooting. A big thanks to both of you this morning. Tia, before we talk about the initiative, just first of all, your reaction to the president and what appears to...
Oh, your reaction to the puppet. Yeah. The guy who's also collecting the tool to lie to the public who don't need the tool. Yeah.
Be once again some wavering here on expanding background checks.
Okay, I just paused it here because
we should do background checks on our military and our government. We should check their backgrounds, the backgrounds of the people running the military and the governments, and see what their running record is. Yep, I agree. We should do background checks on our government. That's right. Yep, we should do background checks on them. And we should follow our military's history and see when they went into Afghanistan and couldn't find no weapons of mass destruction because it was all a lie. That's right. And the person who said they had weapons of mass destruction are government. And then none was found because the government lied to you. Yeah, I think we should do background checks on them.
They call this March for Our Lives. It's really, let's call it what it really is. It's march against our rights. And when you march against somebody's rights, you're actually marching against their very lives.
Well, I will agree with what he's saying right there. But my problem with it is this guy's in it for the money. If you take the money away from him, he won't be telling you nothing. This guy's already proven that over and over and over. He's here for the money. Okay? That's all this is about to him. So I don't hardly ever watch him anymore because it just disgusts me to realize this guy's not really super awake at all. He's on a level 1 status, maybe level 2 tops of awakeness, awareness of what's really going on. Then on top of that, he's here for the money. When you can't fight for what's right, when it's going to affect your life too, without being paid, then you deserve to have it affect your life. The root of all evil is money. What's controlling everybody is money. What these two phony baloney crisis actors right here that you're looking at, back up a hair, these two phony balonies right here, yeah, they knew it was an exercise drill that happened at that school. It was scheduled way in advance. And you ain't going to tell me on the day of the exercise drill when military and law enforcement's both at the school and all of the students knew there was an exercise drill that somebody came off the streets with a gun and walked right by law enforcement and military and just opened fire, and they just stood around and said, "Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, that must be part of the show." You ain't going to tell me that because you're full of hogwash. And it's not my fault that people don't look into stuff. That's their fault for being stupid and believing in everything that's fed to them. And they openly tell you that fucking propaganda is legal. You know, anytime you make lying to the public legal, I'm sorry, you can't get no more corrupt than that. That is so in your face. Matter of fact, it should be illegal to be a reporter lying to the public. What they're doing should be the opposite of what it really is. But everything's upside down on his head. You'll accept being lied to regularly. Because lying's norm now. And so here you are, two actors, two very, very, very actors. That's what they are. Let me go back a bit. We show the march.
That year brought out more than 1 million people to demand action on gun reform. With us, two co-founders of...
There we go. Don't they look so depressed? Now, don't she look just so depressed? Actually, she looks pretty happy. Well, of course she is. She's being paid the tool. She's getting attention by the public. Yeah, and she's lying to you, know she is. That's right. But it's okay to lie. It's normal now, right? So these two young punks are going to get up here and lie to you for the tool. He's going to be here to tell you partial truths for the tool. It's all about the tool. It's all about the root of all evil. That's all you care about. You don't care about right and wrong. So when you say good words that you said, what does it really mean? What does it really mean coming from somebody who is partially awake and has to have the tool to go on with what they're doing?
I did a video on this just a couple minutes ago, launched it on my High Impact Vlogs channel. If you missed it, check it out. I go into detail about what their plan actually is, but I wanted to go over a mainstream media take on this. And of course, they're going to be sympathetic toward the March Against Our Lives and March Against Our Rights, because let's face it, mainstream media is in bed with the federal government and they want to see us powerless. They want to...
Mainstream media is controlled by the military-industrial complex. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to go any further. I think I've had my rant, said what I need to say. This is fraudulent, as fraudulent gets. A military exercise drill, FEMA military exercise drill, where nobody died, and we're still harping on it. Of course we are. And you're showing all the sheep. Bah, bah. You're showing all the idiots who just believe. And when you tell them propaganda is legal and they know propaganda is lies and you lie to them, that's okay. We believe the lie. All we're doing is replaying history. That's all we're doing. And you're all stupid enough to go right along with the old enslavement. Oh well, I'm quite used to it by now, ain't I? The dumbness, the stupidity, sickening.